Ben, speaking to many singers and many entertainers and the great and the good of Irish entertainment over this past number of months, I'm delighted to say hello to a gentleman who's was going absolutely flying, making a big impression in music together with his own band, travelling up and down the country and appearing all over the place and making a great impression, numerous albums and successful singles. Originally from County Offaly and living now in County Monaghan. I'm delighted to say hello to Ciaran Rosney. Ciaran, how are you?
Hello, Jerry. Thank you for having me on the show. And sure, we're not too bad here. We're okay.
Right, fair play. You're surviving through it all.
We're surviving through it all, and sure, look, we're taking every day as it comes. And in one way, like we're kind of it's uncharted territory for everybody. And you know, I suppose we're just in the waiting game, like everybody else, and hoping that this pandemic and the virus will soon be gone, maybe, and maybe we might have some kind of cure for it. But look, we're just waiting and hoping and thanking God, really, that we have our own good health. You know, that's basically it, Jerry. You know.
Indeed so. Now, listen, you've had a huge amount of success. I mean, your original, the original one, I think, which took you to huge prominence was the song called Willie's Shoes.
Yes, I recorded Willie's Shoes. Actually, Willie's Shoes is the second song I ever recorded. I quit my job in 2012, and I went back on the road full time as a one-man show originally. And I went straight into the studio and started recording. Every few quid I got, I put it to the next song. And Willie's Shoes was lucky enough, was a great song for me, and it got me going along the road. And it became part of my first album. Yeah, that song was written by great Kevin Sheeran from Athlone, of course. And Kevin, of course, was a founding member of the Hillbillies and with Daniel O'Donnell for many years as well. But yeah, Willie's Shoes was a great song for me, thank God, yeah.
Indeed, and then it spawned, it spawned huge success for you after that. I think that was the song which sort of, you get that one particular song that manages to just be a huge success, and then you went on like to, you appeared all over Ireland really after that.
Yeah, well, we started, I suppose it opened the doors for new venues for me, and I stuck to me one-man show. I suppose we could have had the opportunity to maybe go with a full band at that stage, but no, I stayed going on my own, and I tried to build up a few quid that way, and I finished the album and did a few DVDs and got into new venues all around Ireland, I suppose, and I was doing quite well as the one-man show. And then I did the second album. I recorded the second album, which was me and my old guitar, and I did a duet. I was lucky to do a duet, of course, with the great Margot O'Donnell, and of course that helped a bit as well. And look, at every little bit along the way has helped me, and I've just been thankful that I've been lucky, and I've worked hard, and I have my health and that kind of thing, and that's it. So look, I've been working very hard at the music, and I suppose it's been part of my life since a very early age, and it brought us to the stage then, Jerry, I suppose, in 2018 when we put the full band on the road. And I had a 5-piece band then and a full gear and road crew and the whole lot. And things were going great, thank God. We worked hard for 2 years, actually, very hard. And it took about the 2 years to get going and get established. And, we started with the Glenn Campbell Story concert tour then, and that was going really, really well. We were actually right in the middle of it when we had to stop. And the Cork Opera House was one of our last gigs, actually, with the tour. And then the following weekend, I think we had to stop. It was very unfortunate for me, I suppose, and just really we're only starting to get going, really. And but look, that's the way it goes, Jerry, But look, I've been thankful over the years for the things I've got done. I've got a lot of things done. I have 3 albums under my belt now. I had just finished my most recent album, Back in My Heart Once Again, and we had to go off the road. But thankfully, I have it finished, and the song that was sent out there this week is one of my own songs. It's a track from the new album, and look at. that's it. And we're getting a good reaction, I have to say. But that's the way it is now at the minute, Jerry. Yeah.
Indeed. Now that latest single, which was just arrived to me this week, was "Born into Country."
Yeah, "Born into Country." I actually got the inspiration for that. I was watching the country special, late country special on RTE, and Ryan actually asked Big Tom at the time, who was alive, and he said, "What does it take to be a country singer?" And Tom says, "You're kind of born into it." And it just struck a chord with me, and I put down the words of that song, and it seemed to come out nice for me. I was happy with it, and so yeah. So that's the "Born into Country."
Good song, I must say, and great beat to it, great dancing beat to it.
Yeah, there's a good rhythm to it, and I think it came out well. Now, it's one of two. The other song, of course, "Back in My Heart Once Again," is my own song. That was a great reaction we got to that song, and we actually have to play that every night. We were playing that every night as part of our show on the road. But yeah, so look, we were going rightly now, and of course the album consists of all the other singles that I brought out over the last 2 years, or that the "Hold What You Got," "Found," and all the singles that we brought out, "Remember Who You Are," and then there's a few Glenn Campbell songs, "Try a Little Kindness" and "Wichita Lineman," which is coinciding with the tour,
Indeed. Now, where did you get the inspiration for the Glenn Campbell tour? Because it certainly was taking off. As you said, unfortunately, before you had to stop, it was really, really going well.
Yeah, well, I suppose it was funny. A few years back, a few people said to me, "You sound a little bit like Glenn Campbell," and at the time, I didn't really think about it. And then someone else said it to me, and then I started looking at Glenn's music, and I found that I could sing the songs in the same key as Glenn, and we had similar range, and he played the guitar, and I felt I had quite a similar style to maybe the way he played, and the songs actually as well. I could relate to them, and and I started working on them myself, and then I just said it to my manager Joe, and I said, maybe we'll have a go at this, see how we go with it, and so we started rehearsing with my band, and actually just before the gigs, and we were rehearsing for a few months really. Just I do a few songs every night before the gig just to see how they go, and it started to come together really nicely. And even my band was saying, "Geez, this sounds like Glenn Campbell." We had it really close, and so we put the tour together, and the first leg of the tour, I have to say, really, really went down a storm. Now, I mean, we did put a big effort into the show, Jerry. We got a director. Actually, he was a former head of music in RTE, Cathal McCabe, and he wrote up the script for the show. We had narration, and we had the songs itself, and of course videography as well, and combination of all that together. And it was a really, really nice show, and some lovely special little treats as well. My mum and dad actually used to join me on the stage for one show as well, and one song. And yeah, look, it was just a really great show, and we were having a ball, I have to say. We were having a ball, and but look, we hope to be back out on the road again as soon as the whole thing is all over,
Fingers crossed, indeed, and all that. Have you done anything musically wise since the lockdown?
Well, I went back to my No Makeup Mondays, which was a little thing I used to do just with me and the acoustic guitar, and I used to sing a song every Monday actually, and just stick it up on my YouTube channel. I've done a lot of those actually over my time out, and learned a few new songs and stuff like that. And but generally, to be honest, Jerry, I've kind of taken a bit of time out away from the music to be with my family and to do things at home. And my parents were quite sick during the whole time there, and I have been down helping them, and I've been doing kind of jobs like today actually I was up painting chimneys, and I've been doing a lot of carpentry. I've changed my garage into a kind of a man shed now with lots of tools and doing carpentry work and that kind of thing. I get enjoyment out of that, if you know what I mean, you know. And but that's what I've been doing. And of course, recently I've put the word out for maybe a delivery courier man is what because I have the van, obviously, you know, for all the gear. So I put my gear into storage for the time being. And so I've been doing, you know, bits and pieces, helping out friends really, and getting to know everybody again, really. Because when you're on the road, you don't have time to do much, really, because you're either sleeping or you're in the van going to somewhere else, you know. So, but yeah, in one way it has been nice, you know. But in the other way, then it's scary what's happening out there, I suppose, you know. But try not to think too much about it, and just thank God that I have the health. We also got together with the band, me and the band a few weeks back. Actually, we did a live show on YouTube on All Things Country on YouTube, and it went out on their Instagram as well. And we did a full 2-hour show actually, and it was great to get back with the band and all, and just to kind of keep the songs in our head, because it's very easily forget things again, you know. But yeah, that's basically what we've been at, Jerry. So yeah, look, you have to keep yourself busy, I suppose, in these times, and you know, you have to think of your family and try and make sure everything is going okay with, you know, your family. I'm a married man, and I have a few little kids, so I've been spending a lot of time with them, which is great, you know, and all that kind of thing. You know, I suppose I'm very much a guy who I like being at home, even though when I'm on the road and you're not home much, but I do like spending time at home and just chilling out. So in that way, thankfully, I've been able to keep saying, you know. But
right. And how is your parents' health now?
Well, look, they're not too bad, Jerry. My mom had double pneumonia 3 times, one after another, straight after another. And so over the last 7 months, really, she's been very ill. At one point, very, very ill. And you know, recently this week, actually, she just got a little bit of it back again, which is disappointing for herself and that. But she'll fight it again and that. So it's very tough, I have to say, on the older generation of people, you know, because between cocooning as well. I mean, my parents would have been very outgoing people, and they'd always be out, you know, visiting people or shopping or doing things. You know, they like getting out and that. But you know, when you're cocooning and you can't go outside your door, you start getting worried and you start getting panicky and things like that. And I think it's very tough on them. Having said all that, I really do think that the older generation is going to teach us how to manage this whole pandemic, because I suppose they've seen hard times in the past, you know, and they've seen difficult situations, you know, over the years at various things that happened in Ireland, you know, and I know a lot of them probably had very little money or very little things, and so they probably went through a lot of tough times. So I think they will actually be the ones that will be the guiding light here, you know. I think the younger people maybe I know I've never seen anything as hard as this in all my days, but you know, so it's great to have the experience of the more senior people in our society to, I suppose, give us kind of solidarity and give us words of wisdom as well and that. So it's great. I'm very lucky my parents are still alive, and I'm able to spend time with them as well. So that's thankfully now, you know, they're still here and they're still going. They're good hard fighters. They don't give up that easy. Exactly.
We're glad to hear that things are getting that a little bit better anyhow. Ciaran, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you, lovely to chat with you. I wish yourself and indeed your parents and your family all the very best. Stay healthy and stay safe. It's been great to catch up with you.
Listen, Jerry, thank you so much for having me on your show. And, you know, it's really during these times, I suppose, we appreciate the radio even more, you know, and all the country shows and people like yourself for putting on the shows and playing our music, because that's what's keeping people going, really. And it's also keeping the music in people's minds, and that the bands are still there, and interviews as well, letting everybody know that, you know, we're still here. And we'll be here when it's all over, please God, if we still have our health, you know. So thanks to all your listeners, actually, that have made contact with us as well over the last few months. They've been very good to us. And it's good to know that they still care and send you the odd message and as well. So, yeah, thanks very much, Jerry. Listen, all the best and mind yourself as well, you know.